All right, everyone. This is a unique week for us. It started off great. We had a pumpkin patch, we had activities, and then we got what every family who has a medically complex kiddo and a pandemic, the scare of
COVID exposure.
that right there. So one of our fill-in nurses, she's got a second family she works with, and that family has a nurse whose husband has COVID. And that family doesn't follow some precautions, and we have everyone wear masks here, but just the fact that there was some exposure puts us at risk. And our little one, who is trach and vented, we just have to make sure her airways are fine. We're not showing any symptoms, but this is day 3 since we've seen our nurse, and the other nurse and our nurse actually the first nurse tested negative. We're waiting for the results back from our nurse, and we're gonna go get tested. I have some anxiety about it. I've seen the videos, I've seen the clips of what the test can look like, but with Clea having a really narrow nasal bridge, she can't have your standard COVID test. So we're working with Seattle Children's to figure out how we can do her test through her trach and have a unique one. But the thing about it is, when you go to drop it off, we can't go in because we've had exposure. So we're trying to find a way to get around that.
Quarantine.
But yeah, so our next few clips is going to be us quarantined. We've had to take off from work, and we're splitting the shifts. Rome's doing days, I'm doing nights, and we're just going to be here caring for our little one, making sure she's safe. All right, so this is Kalia's COVID test. We're just gonna pull some secretions out of her trach. Hers is pretty simple. We used to do a nasal swab back in the day. She's had one through her nasal, but you see her little bridge is so tiny. Hey, can I scare you? Are you ready? Gotta glove up. All right, guys, we are here. We just found out that it's not one of those the all the way up to your brain swabs. It's just around your nose. So feeling a lot better. Anxiety is definitely lowered. We had to get registered. There's one of those things where, you don't need to sign up and get an appointment, and then we get here and they have all this paperwork to do. So, but it wasn't too bad. It was 2 to 3 minutes for us both to do it on our phone. Rome's back there with Clea. He's got her swab ready.
So this is a self-administered test. So I'm going to hand you this swab.
Okay.
And then you're going to put it in your nose up to the bridge of your nose.
Okay.
So kind of halfway up.
Okay.
And then you're going to circle the swab around 4 times like this.
Okay.
Take the swab out and do the same thing on the other side.
Okay.
It's going to tickle a little bit, so your eyes might water, or you might feel like you need to sneeze, and that's a good indication that you're performing the experiment.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm trying to think up to here.
Yep, perfect, right there. All right. And then after I give you this swab, if you can just roll up all your windows for me, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah.
Alright, and then you can put the tip inside this tube for me. Yep.
Okay.
And you are all set.
All right. Yeah, my eyes definitely water.
Do you want any pictures or anything?
That'd be great. Thank you. Yeah. It's you don't think you have it up far enough, and then you go to that next stage. It's oh, I feel that. Oh, man. All right, so I just went. It wasn't so bad. They make us do it on ourselves, and now it's Rome's turn. How you feeling, Rome?
You know, we ready. It's game time, baby. It's game time. It's Kobe in the fourth quarter. It's Russell Wilson with the last possession. Yeah, it's yeah. To the bridge 4 times around. Take it out 4 times around. That's it.
All right, windows rolled up. A little higher. Good job. You teared up, huh?
One more time, what'd you say?
Okay.
Man, that wasn't as bad as I was thinking. It was, I mean, it's still kind of trash. Like, the reason why we had to even do it in the first place, and the reason, I don't know, like, it's kind of hard because once you get to that point in your nose, like, it tickles, there's pressure, and it's just like, it's weird. I can't even explain it.
My eyes were watering. She said, she was like, you'll know when you got there. Like, you'll feel like you gotta, like you're gonna cry or something. I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm there.
Yeah.
And she was for both of us. She was like, oh, a little more.
So I'll be glad if I never have to do that again. So, you know, we're going to continue to mask up. We're going to continue to be safe. But just letting you know, like, there's some things that are out of your control completely. And I'll just leave it at that for now.
So, quick update. It's midnight. And earlier we talked about how we took Kalia's COVID swab to Seattle Children's. And because we've been exposed to COVID, we couldn't enter the building. So there was some other protocol. We were handing off to security, which handed off to labs. There is miscommunication. Our swab ended up getting contaminated because there wasn't a lid on it. It got passed through too many hands and just wasn't following the procedure. So they called us as soon as we got home and said, hey, are you guys still closed? Could you come back? Obviously, no. We had to feed Kalia. She'd been in her car seat for way too long. She was over it. So we were just like, oh my goodness, we have to go back the next day. And then around 7, we got a call from our nursing agency saying that the nurse that we have on that was exposed to COVID tested negative. So we were like, all right, so everyone's tested negative. So now we can have our nurses back. But it was obviously a little too late to have our night nurse, and then obviously we also couldn't have our day nurse tomorrow just because some mix-up with scheduling. So we probably won't have anyone until tomorrow night, so a full 24 hours. So we decided to split our shifts because me and Rome were doing like half and half. Just wasn't working with both of us getting like 4 hours sleep. So I'm taking the night shift, Rome's gonna take the day shift, and I am up. We've moved some of her medicine around, so now I get a 4-hour block from 12 to 4 before I can do anything. And I'm gonna actually do something different. I have a blow-up bed, a mattress, and I'm gonna sleep in Kalia's room. Y'all, so there's my bed. I got my little pregnancy pillow. Kalia's over there. I'm there. So I just have the light on just to show you, but I think it should work. She's a really good sleeper. I hope I don't just jinx myself, but I will tune in and check in with you guys in about 4 hours. All right, my night shift is over. I am passing the baton over to Rome. And he's gonna take the day shift. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of sleep until like 11 or noon, and then I'm gonna work for a few hours because I had to work last night before I went to sleep. Got this, boo.
I don't got nothing to say. I'm tired. This is what it is.
It really is. Love you, boo. It's 10 o'clock and I just woke up. Daddy had quite the adventure. Kalia had a blowout for him this morning. Oh, and I'm not gonna put it on here because I'm not gonna do my girl like that. But yeah, she woke Daddy up to a nice big diaper change. sheets changed, everything. But she is asleep. He put her in such a cute little outfit and she's out right now. All right, guys, update on today. We got our test back and me and Rome are both negative. So we just feel good. Now we don't need to worry about going back to the hospital for Clea because they have a big issue with trying to get her swab that got contaminated. So that's one reliever that we have. And unfortunately, because it was so last minute, we don't have any nurses tonight, but we start back up tomorrow. So one more night. We're gonna split this shift. Rome has tomorrow off and I have a few hours that I have meetings, but she is out. Cute little baby with her little legs crossed. And you know what? She's been so happy and smiling, and we're over here just exhausted, but she's good, and that's all that matters. Like, we open up our house to nurses because we need the help for her, and because we have amazing nurses, we've been able to get her to her next milestone. We've been able to still function, and we knew that there was a risk behind that, behind having people in and out of our homes. We have to just trust the people we bring in our homes to follow our rules, but also to just do what they should do as a human citizen outside of our home, protect others. And unfortunately, we had one that wasn't, and we're frustrated, we're tired. You know, one person's mistake is making everyone else like lose hours, making other people like just change their days. You know, we've had to change our whole week because of it. And there's another home out there who doesn't require the nurses to wear masks, and our fill-in one was not wearing a mask there and coming here and wearing a mask. But still, it's just like, when you have that job and you take on a second family, you've got to do what you're supposed to do to protect everyone around you, protect our little one. And by opening yourself up to that, you open up our home. And so we're frustrated for sure, but there's just like nothing we can do but no longer have that individual in our home anymore. So if we've got to take some solo nights to protect our sanity, to protect our minds, and make sure that we know that we have a team who's willing to do what's right to protect our baby, then that's what we have to do, because everything we do is for this little one.